Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. And no, before you ask, I'm not a Valencia fan. My man Dad were in Valencia and decided to bring back a Valencia top, so that's why I'm wearing that. There we go. Let's get out of the way before people start commenting down below saying, why the fuck are you wearing a Valencia top? That's the reason. That's the reason I'm wearing a Valencia top. But today we're here to make a video about the Champions League qualifiers. It's match preview time. Yes, I forgot to do it for the last round, but we are doing it for this round against Rosenborg this Wednesday, a game which I sadly have to fucking miss. I won't be there, so no match vlog sadly. But Celtic will play Rosenborg in the second round of the qualifiers on Wednesday night. Before we get into that, just want to quickly mention another Celtic related YouTuber that you may have been familiar with, you may not have been familiar with, Connor Spence. Had an old channel, about 2.1k subs. It was doing cracking, but his channel was suspended or something and he was locked out of it, couldn't get back in, so he's had to start from scratch. So if you were subscribed to Connor, even if you weren't subscribed to Connor, the link will be in the description below. Go and give him a watch and help him get back to, it's a hard point, it's hard to get to that level, when you've got your first K is always the hardest. And he got past that, he got into 2k, and then his channel was just, kind of taken away from him, which is a shame. So if you were subscribed and you wonder where his old channels went, it's because he's got a new one. Link will be below. Make sure to get subscribing. But Wednesday night, Celtic Rosenborg, we take on a familiar foe, as we took them on last year in the third qualifying round, where we narrowly went through with a 1-0 victory. I think a lot has changed in the time between now and the last year. A lot that will make this tie, I think, more entertaining, first of all. And I think a lot easier in a sense for us. Now, I'm not going out there and I'm saying Rosenborg are going to be easy to beat. No chance. We've seen what they've done last year. We couldn't beat them at Parkhead, and we got a 1-0 win away from home, which seen us through. This year could very easily happen again, but I think this year we're at a completely different point. Last year we came off the back of that invincible season, everything was great. I think we were a lot more relaxed in that second season, a lot more laid back, and we weren't as maybe focused and prepared and energised, that's the word, as what we would have liked to have been, and we went into those ties very, very flat. Whereas this year, Brendan Rodgers has even came out and said it himself, and I think we've seen it evidently away from home and home so far in the qualifiers. The team is a lot fitter point, the fittest they have been, Brendan Rodgers said. The players are looking in fantastic shape, they're looking ready to score goals, and we've got a lot going on. We've got a strike partnership which could be very big this season between Edouard and Dembele. All round, I feel like we're just a much better point at the start of this season than what we were at the start of last season. It's why I feel like this tie might be a lot different, and maybe we will just score a lot more goals. At Parkhead, we scored none at all last year. Whereas this year, I think we could get 2 or 3 by them if we play the football that we are capable of, which is very good, entertaining football. But going back to last year, we've seen what they've done. They tested us, especially at Parkhead. They sat back, they defended. They didn't allow us to do much. It was very difficult to break them down. This year, I expect them to do a lot more of the same. In case you didn't know, Rosenborg have actually just sacked their manager. Well, I'm not too sure if he left on his own accord or he was sacked. But last week, after they narrowly went through, which we'll come on to, they got rid of the manager. Manager's gone. So now they're at that sort of point where Anderlecht were at last year when we were facing the group stage, where we could take advantage. The players don't know where they're at, the staff don't know where they're at, they don't know what way they're going to play. So I expect them to be really kind of just sit back, park the bus, especially at Parkhead this Wednesday night. I think that is going to be mainly the route that they go down, for the sake of the fact they don't have a manager, they don't have someone with a favoured tactic, they don't really have much of a game plan. And I think that's what we're going to have to expect. We're going to have to expect more of that park the bus defensive football. They narrowly got through last week. They did. They ended up going through with a 90th minute penalty, thanks to the Lord Nicholas Bentner, as some may call him. We were very close to not playing Rosenborg. They were very lucky to get through. They were actually defeated in the first leg. So we could be facing a very much weaker side as well, which has given me a lot more confidence heading into this. But they're not a team you can count out. We always struggle when we go to Scandinavia. We always have. We went up, we've been beaten off Malmo, and we've struggled against teams from Sweden, Norway, Denmark, wherever. Well, it's never been an easy place to go to, and even last year this was evident when we played them in Norway and at Celtic Park. So never write them off, but I think both sides, Celtic and Rosenborg, are both at very different points now to where they were last year. They're also halfway through their season, which we've got to keep in mind. They are a little bit more match fit, you could say. But as I said, it comes back to our fitness levels. Brendan Rodgers is very happy with our fitness levels. He thinks they're great. And they look great. And as long as we play right on the day, we get more chances and we take more chances especially. And we actually get some threats on goal, on target. I think we'll be in much safer hands, a much better place than the struggle that we've seen last year to break them down. They're currently 16 games into their season, sitting second. So they're not doing too badly. They're not like completely woeful and atrocious. But they are the champions. We can't write them off. They're only 2 points behind the team at the top of the table. I believe it's Brann as well. So they're not too bad. We can't completely write them away. But I think, as I said, I think both clubs are at very different points to this round this year than what we were at that round last year. I think Celtic are a lot better off, a lot fitter, and Rosenborg are coming off the back of a manager sacking, maybe a little bit of lost confidence and a little bit of confusion amongst the squad, the staff and everything. So this is a tie I fully expect that we should be winning, but it is not going to be easy. I think the tactics should be remaining the same. I would love to see stick with that Edouard Dembele partnership up front and then, you know, just keep the same kind of structure behind them. Have McGregor, have Brown, have Encham, have Forrest. I think it's working really well. Hendry's been kind of filling in that right back role right now while Lustig's been away, and he's not been doing too bad a job at it. Yet again, I still think Jack Hendry's very raw and experienced, got a long way to go. But against teams like this, he's been holding on quite well, and he's got that support. We just need to watch it. Jozo Siminovic, he got that red card. We're missing him, so now we're looking for someone to step up into there. Maybe we have to take, you know, Gamboa into the team. He's back. He's been back a couple of weeks now in training. So maybe Gamboa comes in at right back. We move Hendry over the middle. It was very rash of Siminovic to get himself sent off last week. Very stupid. And it was one of those things like, is he still Celtic quality? Is he just forever dipping? Should we get rid of him? He's not going to be here in this tie. We'll ultimately see how we get on without him. But Ayer has got a big job to do now because he's got to partner with someone who maybe he's not partnered with before. I don't remember many times I've seen Ayer play with Hendry, Ayer play with Comper, Ayer play with anybody else but Boyata and Siminovic. So now he's got a big responsibility to keep that centre two, you know, defensively solid. Tierney's good at doing his job. I know what Tierney's like. Tierney was fantastic. So over on that right hand side now in the middle, what's going to happen there? Going forward though, we need to take chances this year. Last year we were bad at it. We were bad at losing chances. Just trying too much when we go into the final third, looking for that one more pass, which ultimately we were giving the ball away. Which is something we've got to try and avoid this year. If I was giving my team right now off the top of my head, I'd be going for Gordon in goals. I'd be having the back four of Gamboa, Hendry, Ayer and Tierney. I'd keep the same middle of the Forrest, McGregor and the two wide kind of men with Encham and Brown and Dembele and Edouard up front. That seems like more of a 4-4-2, but the way they play, it's not like a flat 4-4-2 or anything. They don't play like that. We don't play like that at all. So, you know, we've got a big play. Did I give 11 players there or 10? I said Gordon, Gamboa, Hendry, Ayer, Tierney, Forrest, Encham, Brown, McGregor, Dembele, Edouard. I did give 11. I think Dembele and Edouard though together will offer a lot more than what we had last year. I think there will be a lot more chances to take, and a lot more clinical finishing on the park with those two alone. Because, you know, how many chances between them are they going to miss? Not too many. They surely will take some between the two of them. I think it's a tie we will win. If I was to put on a prediction, I think we will win the tie. And if we do, we go through to play AEK Athens. Interestingly, I'll be in Greece when we play Athens. And I'll be missing the home tie once again. But I mean, not much I can do about it. But you know, we can't talk in hypotheticals. We're not through yet. There is a job to do, and we'll see after Wednesday night how much of a job there is to finish off. But we need a result that will set us up nicely for going to Norway, because we struggled last year even though we won. We went over and we won 1-0, and it wasn't an entertaining performance. It wasn't convincing, and it's never been convincing when we go to the Scandinavian countries, as I previously said. So we need a result this Wednesday night that will take us next week into a comfortable atmosphere, comfortable environment for us to finish off the tie and get us through the next round, because we've been given a heavy job here by going through extra rounds. You know, we usually don't have the 3, we've got 4 this year. So we need that comfortable side to it, that we can go over there and kind of relax, be a bit more defensive rather than attacking, and just look to not concede rather than having to score 3 or 4 goals to try and get through the tie. But I'm confident we can be entertaining this Wednesday night. I think the tie has swung a little bit in our favour due to this managerial signing. I think that's what's heavily going to be what sways Rosenborg to be in a weaker side for us to take advantage of. And hopefully I'm correct in saying so. I'd like to imagine I'm correct in saying so, but you never know. Big match, and I'm looking forward to it once again. Rosenborg, nice to see you for the 2nd year in a row, and hopefully we're the ones that go through. Let me know what you think of the match this Wednesday night, how you think we should play, what you think the score will be. If I'm putting my score prediction on just now, I'm going to say 3-0 Celtic. Yes, I may be me being overconfident once more. 3-0 is a convincing scoreline. It is a convincing performance when you imagine 3 goals being scored. But I'm using this managerial sacking heavily in my decision, saying 3-0. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.